You can fly a rainbow, you can sail the sun, you can visit every star and wish on everyone. But every road that you are traveling tells both you and me. You have to look inside so you can set your spirit free, set your spirit free. Set your spirit free, set your spirit free. Set your spirit free, set your spirit free.
All life is maintained through movement, and it's through movement that we find health. Next, we explore how Nia creatively integrates a cardiovascular blend of dance arts, martial arts and healing arts to allow movement to become a self-empowerment and self-growth tool. Stay tuned to find out more.
Nia was developed in 1983 by Debbie and Carlos Rosas. They found every movement form they could, and they made this beautiful alchemy of movement, this blend. In Swahili, Nia means with purpose. It's a Kwanzaa principle, and it means subtle movement in Hebrew. Neuromuscular integrative action. Neuromuscular just means that we're going from the nerves to the muscles and bypassing the brain. Integrative means that it's systemic, the whole body. An action, as opposed to reaction, which is what you do in a dance class where you're taught different steps and then you have to perform them back. Nia is about action, and it more closely mirrors life. Nia pulls from the dance arts, the martial arts, and the healing arts. So when you come to a Nia class, you'll see movements that feel like, from the dance arts, maybe it feels like jazz, or ballet, or modern, or hip-hop, or funk. From the martial arts, you'll see more flowing movements of Tai Chi, or the very sharp, disciplined movements of Taekwondo. From the healing arts, Nia pulls from Feldenkrais, which is awareness through movement, and also from Alexander Technique, which is about movement from the top, always using the electromagnetic field as well as gravity, always sensing the opposing forces in the body to keep the body healthy. Nia uses all different types of music. And again, that is simply because we want the body to move in as many different ways as it can. We use music in three ways. When you tap into the rhythm of music, you heal the physical body. When you tap into the melody, you're accessing the emotional and the mental. And when you tap into harmony, you're actually healing the spiritual. Everybody has closed down portions of themselves from things that have happened to them in life or ways that they thought that they had to behave. And suddenly, with all the free dance in Nia, they finally find all these parts of themselves resurfacing. So there's a sassy part of themselves. There's a really determined, very strong side of themselves. There's a very playful side of themselves. So all of those things get to be brought out again, and that would be considered more of the therapy part of Nia. People who have never exercised before can come and just do what we say level 1. So if I have a movement, level 1 could even just start like this. Then level 2 would be adding more of their body, and level 3 will use their whole arms and everything. And because the atmosphere in Nia is very non-competitive, very non-threatening, anyone can come there and just do the smallest bits that they want, or the biggest. A lot of people, when they first come to a Nia class, almost an instant benefit is they feel like they're themselves again. People come to me and say, "Thank you. I've spent the whole last half of the class crying because I actually felt awake and alive." For myself, the first time I did a Nia class, because I had cervical cancer when I was 19, and I think that had kicked me out of my body. And from the first time I went to a Nia class and I just put up my arms, something went like lightning straight through my body, and it was like I cracked through a shell and I actually was inhabiting my body. So from that moment, I would say there was a healing to some of the trauma that had occurred in my body. Physically, Nia enhances your strength and your balance. It lubricates your joints. It makes you more fluid. But in a more profound, in an emotional and mental way, Nia has asked me to be sharper mentally because there's some precision to it. In an emotional way, I can tell where I am emotionally by watching myself in a Nia class. And that's the power of this work, is that it appears to be on the outside that it's just movement. But the way that your body is speaking to your mind all the time, it really is like a language that's telling you about yourself. All of those subtle things make huge life changes. They have made huge life changes for me. It's like rays of light coming straight through the clouds. Pull it straight into the center of your body. Let it warm all your organs. As far as my work with people with addictions, and with myself, with my own addictions, the reason I found that Nia also works is because when you think about addictions, most people are seeking heat through their addictions. Through Nia, they are actually generating their own heat. That is the way that they then key into sensation, because heat just creates sensation, and most people are looking for that. They want to feel more than what they feel now, and Nia is the way. In the workshops, I give 7 principles that I've identified in movement. For me, spirituality is a combination of being in my emotions, in my body, in my mind, and feeling not only my uniqueness, but also being with other people. And so I think one of the integrative aspects of Nia as well is that it's done as a class. There's something about being with people in a common purpose that feels very healing, and if I could say, very spiritual. There are 13 principles to Nia, but for me, the most important, number 1, is the joy of movement. That when you walk into a Nia class, the first thing that you notice is that there's a hum, there's a feeling, an energy of joy.